The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, there's a lot of tension going on right now with the whole Oscar Valdez-Robinson Conceicao fight due to the whole PED thing, and you got Holyfield fighting this weekend against Vitor Belfort. That's obviously grabbed a couple headlines, but I think everybody's really been missing the real story of the weekend, the real main event of the weekend, the real fight that everybody should be paying attention to this weekend. And I'm going to tell you guys what it is. Now, you guys know I love the smaller weight classes. And you guys know I love like the super flyweight division, and that's obviously, to me, the best division in boxing because you got guys like Chocolatito, Gaio Estrada, Rongvisai, Cuadras, Kazuto Ioka, Kosai Tanaka. And the list goes on and on of all the fantastic fighters, German and Kaz, of all the fantastic fighters that make up that division, right? But the weight class right below it, the 112 division, is quickly becoming one of the most interesting divisions in boxing. And this week, the guy that I think might just be the best fighter out of everybody at 112 right now is fighting this weekend, and he's in a big time title fight. His first defense of the WBO Flyweight title. It's the WBO Flyweight champion Junto Nakatani. Yes, sir, the real Nakatani. Shout out to my guy Hyro. He's been telling me a while. He's been trying to put me on game to Junto Nakatani, the real Nakatani. He is the brother of Masayoshi Nakatani, I believe. So, someone to definitely look out for. But man, what can we say about Junto Nakatani? He's fighting Angel Acosta, and for those who don't know, Angel Acosta, he's a really hard hitting fighter. I think he's got about 21 knockouts or 22 knockouts in 24 fights, so he can definitely hit. Angel Acosta was a WBO light flyweight champion, so a 108-pound champion. His last fight, he fought on Ring City, USA, and he experimented fighting. He fought an opponent named Gilberto Mendoza, and basically that was an experimental fight. He experimented fighting 115. He didn't like it, so he's still going to fight above his weight class, but he's going to fight at 112, not 115. And he's taking on a hell of a challenge, and I really think this fight right here has the makings of a really exciting fight, like a war. And I don't even think it's going to end one way in a knockout because you got two extremely hard hitters. Acosta only knows how to win by knockout, and Junto Nakatani has stopped his last 4 opponents, one of which came in the form of a former unified flyweight champion Milan Melindo. So, definitely a fight you guys are gonna want to look out for. And I'll tell you this, you look at the landscape of the flyweight division right now. You got Charlie Edwards, who is feather-fisted, but probably the most defensively sound boxer in the weight class. I feel like a fight with him and anybody in this division is going to be amazing because all the other guys in the weight class are all hard punchers. Julio Cesar Martinez, extremely hard puncher. Junto Nakatani, extremely hard puncher. Artem Dalakian, he's the WBA champion. He's a hard puncher as well. So, a really interesting crop of guys holding belts right now. And, when we talk about Junto Nakatani and what he brings to the table, we're talking about a guy that for the weight class is very tall, 5'7" at flyweight. I mean, if he's able to dominate this weight class and get some more quality wins in this weight class, who's to say that this guy can't be a champion at super flyweight and be in the discussion for some big fights there against, the guys that are up there that people want to see him fight. Junto Nakatani throws really good punches, a solid straight left hand as a southpaw. Hard jabs. He throws a good amount of volume. And he comes to take your head off. He truthfully is an exciting fighter. When we talk about this weekend's fight with Acosta, it's the southpaw versus southpaw matchup, puncher versus puncher, Japan versus Puerto Rico. I'm telling y'all, if you're looking for that sleeper fight this weekend, this is the one right here. This is the one because if Nakatani wins this fight, I really feel like it's his U.S. debut. He's truly arrived in the division because he won the world title his last fight vacantly against a Filipino fighter. I can't remember his name right now, but Filipino fighter, tough 24-1 Filipino fighter. Before that, he stopped Milan Melindo. But now to fight Acosta, a guy who's actually been champion in another weight class who could punch just like him on American soil, a place he's not familiar with. This is going to really tell us a lot about Junto Nakatani. And if he can win this fight, man, there's some big fights out there for him. I want to see my dream fight in this weight class. For me personally, I want to see Junto Nakatani versus Charlie Edwards because that's like the ultimate offense versus the ultimate defense, and it's that boxer versus puncher classic matchup, the classic boxer versus puncher matchup that we love to see in the sport. So definitely a lot of things happening at 112, even though people aren't talking about it, and there's not a whole lot light being a lot of light being shed on it. You know, I definitely wanted to highlight that because man, this fight this weekend is very, very intriguing because Acosta, for those of you who don't know, Acosta, he's punching with thump in both hands, and he's not someone that you want to take too many punches from. But how much will that power carry up from 108 to 112? I'm not so sure, but we're damn sure gonna get our answer this weekend when he takes on Junto Nakatani. So I'm thinking Nakatani will win. You know what? I think there's definitely some things in this style he can correct because I think he does get hit maybe a little bit too much. But very solid fighter, offensively one of the most exciting fighters this sport has to offer. And as long as he keeps developing and putting it together, I don't see why he can't be the best fighter in this weight class. You know, I feel like him and Sonny Edwards, those guys are on a collision course to meet if he can win this fight. And that would be, to me, the fight I'm most excited for. And obviously, you got Julio Cesar Martinez, who's a very good fighter as well. But we don't know if he's even going to stay at 112 because he's been talking about moving up to 115 to chase the bigger fights up there. So maybe if Nakatani wins this fight, maybe we get Nakatani versus Martinez. The offense versus offense. That right there. If y'all looking for a great matchup, that fight right there is like the ultimate offense versus offense matchup. Japan versus Mexico. Great rivalry in the smaller weight classes. But yeah, man. Junto Nakatani, Angel Acosta. You know, the one fight this weekend you don't want to miss. You can miss any fight you want, but don't miss this one. You can even miss the main event if you want, but don't miss this one. This one's going to be the one. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys go check out Junto Nakatani and Angel Acosta, and let me know what you guys think. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.